as promised on Justice for Mohbad. The second press conference held in Lagos shook the core of the anti-justice. In fact, in this press conference, it is not just talk and all of that. Certain evidences were presented at this press conference. Kudos to those who are rooting for justice for Mohbad. And Yomi Fabi, who stood his ground and he said, enough is enough. In this conference, certain vitals were presented, and it is more calm, unlike the previous press conference where Mohbad's mother and some of our minions, such as one King something, I think they said he's a member of OPC, white or something like that, and one other guy, they call him Koni something, Koni Baje or something like that, and they all look terrible. And they came, they tried to disrupt the press conference. They did not succeed. This time around, they made sure that they did not come, they did not attend. Of course, they know if they come to that press conference, they will be held and then they will be thrown out, like how you throw dirt out of your house. This press conference, like I said, it's a unique one because certain evidences, like I said, were played, certain evidences were presented, and somehow people started connecting the dots together. And the good thing is that there is a lawyer now that is going to work if the government or the Department of Public Prosecution or whoever, but let us focus on the police, if they refused to do the needful, if they have refused, and I'm not talking of the Nigerian police, I'm talking of just a group of people in a particular section of the Lagos police that got the job to deal with what happened to Mohbad. If they refuse to do it, now the doings of the doer is about to happen. There is going to be other measures. In fact, I want you to hear for yourself the measure and what is going to happen now. This is going to go through another route. It's no longer going to be business as usual. The mistake they made was to have chatted with Yomi Fabi and presented that video, even though they covered it. And thank God that Adura said, yes, I have 10 minutes of that video. Ladies and gentlemen, it will shock you that Mohbad's mother tried as much as possible to lie. She said, oh, I asked, that video is about 3 years ago. And the question that begs for an answer is this: was Mohbad residing in that house 3 years ago? That's the question that begs for an answer. It has been established that Mohbad did not live in that house 3 years ago. So how can that video be 3 years ago? That video is a current video. It's a current video that shows the violence, the toxic relationship between Mohbad and Cynthia, and also what happened on that fateful day. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said, this is going to be a roller coaster. You are in for a shocker. This is deep. This is deep. This is serious. I want you to pay attention to this one from the beginning till the end. Like and share, tap on the subscribe button. Let's get right into it.
Evidence from court. So if someone is having a report that is withholding, all these things are in the public domain. They may not be before the court, but I can assure you, no matter how fast falsehood will run, one day truth will catch up with it. Thank you so much.
Are you satisfied? All right. Next question. Okay. State your name, please.
My name is Oyebangisa Senikola. Gone are those days when we were following the Chief Gani Fine of Blessed Memory. We enhances our tentacles from all federations. But it seems the echoes of this justice for Mohbad presently now is being specialized or being enhanced in Lagos State. I don't know if you can do like this. Let us select each representative from NANS, from East, from North, from West, South, East, North, Central, all regions. You understand now? Let us find a day that people from the East will go to their own National Assembly, State Assembly from each state. From North to their North. They are not clamoring for Mohbad now. They are clamoring for youth. You understand? They will write it in the language that they will understand. The Yoruba people from the West will write Orola Leda, Mohbad Day to Danza. They will now take the placard in Yoruba to all state assemblies in Yoruba in West. People from the East also will take their own, similar to that. Then from North, then their government, Lagos State government will know that he has passed his boundary. When somebody can be saying, is it only Mohbad? If I want to be in that campaign, they come and arrest me. I will slap that governor, and I will go to court. I will defend him. I will defeat him. Why is that? I'm paying tax. My grandfather is paying tax. He's a cocoa merchant. You understand? He was a cocoa merchant. My father is paying tax. He was formerly a railway officer. So if governor that is collecting salary, because he's not being governor on free mode, he's collecting salary. Where is he getting salary? It's not from the tax, from the VAT, from everything. Now saying that one to one, say is it only Mohbad? So that means he's attesting that any of our brother's enemy, our son's enemy, can likewise die. You understand? So let us spread it to that, so that everybody will take placard. If there be a day like that, maybe if you are doing Lagos West, our own from the West, people from the North will be doing their own, people from the South will be doing South and East will be doing their own. But they will not enhance it as if it's a Yoruba issue now. It's an issue that emanated or that comes from a youth. You understand now? Then Lagos State, we know that a breeze has blown, no, and hence this thing has been exposed to, and everything fell, and the thing full of in it, so that is what I think that we have to oblige now.
The Abib guy in court, they were both in the house when Mohbad passed on. If that case went on, one of them will go to prison.
Exactly. Especially.
And now, under the Lagos State government and Lagos State Police Command, they want to settle that kind of a case. And yet, our own concern about the confession and the video will not be touched. And you want to accept that.
No.
And you think people in the North will accept that. And you think people in the East will accept that. Whether there is hunger, whether there is this, there is that in the country, the most important thing is that we want to live and we want to enjoy the time we have. If in our own country, the case of murder will be swept under the carpet, or we'll be getting the backing of the Nigerian police, and the government and political parties will be watching on, then we don't have a country here. Then you and I are not safe. And that is why you need to understand that these are the basic ideology that keep in the society so that we can be perpetually exploited. That is why every day, January to December, go to major embassies, foreign embassies. Nigerians will kill in front of embassies as if there is war in Nigeria. When will that end? One case will set the record straight and will free the nation. We are no longer kids in this country. And it is time for us to understand that the power of the people is sacrosanct. We need to come together. Like I said, we're going to be giving 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, and if there is no motion, there is no decisive action, then we will know and we can easily face and say to the entire Nigerian police, for now, we have utmost respect that, maybe a section of the Nigerian police is compromised. It's possible, it can happen. But the authority of the Nigerian police, they have the ample opportunity to redeem that image now and tell those that are trying to hoodwink the Nigerian police name and integrity into this and say, don't do it. If there is anything the youth will frown against, if there is anything all the students in Nigeria will frown against, is that if the institution of the police will openly, blatantly support a murderer, there is no way that kind of police will cease to make sense even in the international community. Because all these games is becoming nauseating and it's preposterous. It's not acceptable. It's not making sense again. How can we report, I'm a citizen? How can I send with my hard-earned stress and money? Look at this case. Look at evidence sent to me. Details of how Mohbad died in a case we are doing. And suddenly they said, we are not going into that. To even harmonize the case become a problem. And that police station will still want to say, we are here to maintain law and order. How does that make sense? Is homicide case not part of law and order? And one Robe, I think cool water or Kosiwani, if we fold our hands, we need to make it straight known to them that you might think it is going to be difficult for Nigerian people to revolt and demand for the right. But in this case, if I look, it's not about Mohbad. It's about my life, the life of your son, your daughter. Your daughter will have a lover. Anybody could fall in love with anybody and say, let me go and visit him in Kaduna. Let me go and visit him somewhere. Look at how parents toil and suffer on their children. And somebody will strangle that child and say, I'm angry, without recourse to your effort on your child. That is what they want us to accept as a society. They know Mohbad was killed in that house. They know it. And at the end of the day, they want to tell the public that we are irrelevant. That the Nigerian public, we don't even matter. That our lives means nothing. And whoever took his life, why can't they spare his life? Why can't they learn from Ashiwaju, from his political enemies? So what are you telling me? Nobody should use the name of a president to actually think he will support them taking the life of another person, not on their lives. So Mr. President, it is not our intention to eat the polity. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, it is not our intention to eat the polity. But if you fail to listen to the yearning of the public and you're making it look like we are stupid, we are irrelevant, and not take decisive action with this new lead within 2 weeks, we will give times 3 of NSAS. We will give times 3 of NSAS. I will never back down.
Wow. We stand by you. We are together.
For free, you all know me. I will never back down. If I say I will go straight and I will stand, even if I'm standing alone, I will ensure I fight for the future of my children and the children of my other friends and other citizens and the old ones in this society. It is time for you to understand that the public gave you the power you are using.
Yes.
Without the public, there is no police. Without the public, there is no soldiers. Without the public, there is no governor. Without the public, there is no president. Why will you not listen to us in Mohbad's case? Why will you want to listen to criminals? And this is warning. I don't care your status or who you are. If you are part of a syndicate, aiding and abetting the person that took Mohbad's life, it is not just about taking the life. It is the images, the scenes, and the activities surrounding it that we don't want in our society. Take your hands off if you care about your hard-earned reputation. Because the moment we get to know you are involved, before you take our lives, we'll end your relevance. God will come after you. The way Pharaoh went after the children of Israel and vanished in the Red Sea, all of you together, including your children, will never be relevant against this country. We are going to be coming for you and we're coming with full force. We're not backing down. Thank you.
I want to just give you an advice. Why can't you write a letter? It will NGO, the side paper, to the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and state something inside. Again, write another one to Governor Sanwo-Olu before that 2 weeks. When 2 weeks now end, they will know what to do. Please, that's my own advice. Thank you.
Thank you. Nigerian police at the high level, higher than the Lagos State Police Command, they are already on the matter. But of course, anything can happen. Yes. You know, we just have to continue to do what is right and continue to speak.
And it goes to what Wumi said. Mohbad's ex-girlfriend. Because me, I will not say, because Mohbad is late already. She said something. Only kuto yeki Liam ku ni Mohbad ku. Yes, sir. Only kuto yeki Liam ku ni Mohbad ku. And they are not doing anything. If the wife can come out and set the son in his hand, in her hand, is emergency ìbò sọ lọ pàápàá wípé ìyíkù tó yẹ kí Liam kó kú òun ni ọkọ òun kú ẹni tó ń pè ní bàbá ọmọ then definitely there is some patience. Uncle Yomi, my legal daddy and co, please can you say something about that? God bless you, sir.
For that, if actually that one was said, there are some things you say that may not be taken against you. Anything, in fact, there are some actions you take that may not impute criminality on you. One of them is when you do something out of provocation. If this thing was said, possibly, I don't know at what form was that statement made.
Said it down, we want to have the record, sir.
Now, excuse me, one thing we are saying, and I think it is still the same thing we are saying, this matter needs to be investigated. Investigation as it is now is still at the lowest ebb. For instance, the matter my colleagues was in court for today was at the instance of a petition written from our office. And when the petitioner, the complainant, when will he now become what are you?
Witness. Spectator. I'm a spectator.
Anyway, there is always a way around all those situations. When the chiefs are down, if my petition is not properly investigated, maybe there is a trial based on another petition, not at the instance of my petition. That my petition is kept in limbo. It is still alive. It will be later made reference to, and the petition will not die. It's either I withdraw it or it was invalidated. That no, this petition has no name of the petitioner, or there is no, if that one is not done, if a wishy-washy trial is put up based on that, then we will refer back to that. Now, on that statement and many other, don't forget I said, all these things, if they are not before the court, then they are not evidence. Yet, if they are before the court, then questions will be asked. When questions are asked, opinion of the court will be drawn from it. And we will know if justice has been served or not. Thank you very much.
Actually, by Mohbad. You want us to go to bed without knowing. We want closure. It's not because that is where we're going to feed. Knowing what by Mohbad is already in our medulla oblongata. It's already in our it's a mental health issue. Because the picture we are seeing is still resonating. And the people in public authority are saying, go and flush your brain. We are not going to listen to you. We can't flush it. Until the only thing that can flush our brain of Mohbad's case is justice. And I don't want to believe, they're going to leave us and allow us to, because it's our country. It doesn't belong to them. They are only custodians.
Nírú case báyìí tí àwọn èèyàn ti pariwo síta 15 people ló wà nínú ilé yẹn as at the time taking in Chile, up till this moment, up till now, none of the 15 ni wọ́n detain. Ẹsẹ̀ ó dẹ̀ máa ń ṣẹlẹ̀ tá máa ń rí tó jẹ́ wípé tó bá jẹ́ bus stop lásán lèèyàn ti kú, even àwọn tó bá gbàbẹ̀ kọjá ọlọ́pàá máa rí ìdí wọn máa fọ́ wọn. So lórí eléyìí kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ tí ò sí kankan nu wọn tán detain láti investigate? Ṣófin náà ni àbí ó ní nǹkan mi sir? Thank you sir.
As we are doing a very, very commendable job. At all point, we'll be calling our office and be asking a lot of legal advice and then how to go about this case. Mo mọ̀ pé mátà yìí, wọ́n arrest àwọn suspect. Wọ́n máa suspect kan. And you know, in any criminal matter, there will be prime suspects. Prime suspects mean pé àwọn ilé wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ mú wọn because they are actually at the locus criminals. Ibi tí nǹkan ti ṣẹlẹ̀ gbogbo wọn wà bẹ́ẹ̀. Even kó jẹ́ bàbá yòó, kó jẹ́ ìyá yòó, kó jẹ́ àbúrò, ẹ̀gbọ́n. Tíyàn kan bá ṣáà ti kú níbì kan, gbogbo àwọn tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n ti di prime suspect. Torí pé wọ́n wà níbi tí nǹkan yẹn ti ṣẹlẹ̀. Now, in criminal justice administration, ó yẹ kó mú then thorough investigation should be done. Very, very thorough. That's why in the United States of first world countries, you see a case file, once it is open, it is there for 40 years. Even so, insofar as they continue investigation, they have no need the iron cast evidence to charge these people to court or to prosecute them. The case file will continue to be open. Ó dìgbà tí wọ́n bá conclude investigation lórí pé àwọn ti rí iron cast evidence mean pé evidence tó jẹ́ pé nobody can discredit even in court examination whatever court máa bìí pẹ̀lú ọ̀dẹ̀ máa gbà wọlé ó lè máa ṣiṣẹ́ lórí ẹ̀. So eléyìí àwọn sound criminal justice administration nìyẹn. But in Nigeria a lot of, like the commissioner has said, a lot of things interplay, compromise and all that, corruption ó pọ̀ gan.
By whatever means, when there are no contacts, if rivals were used, were the rivals not licensed, you can trace. I'm sorry, this phone was stolen some days after I bought it. The police in Alago, they got this phone for me. You said, haha. And that was how everybody in my office, in my family was saying, so the police can do anything good. Honestly. And what are we talking about? If we're shying away from the realities, it's Mohbad now. Do you know how many other cases that have passed after Mohbad, before Mohbad? We are saying it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Even when there are troubles in some part of the country that we are sitting down and we say it doesn't matter, it's not here yet. But now that it's staring everybody in the face, you are sending your children out in the day, you don't know what becomes of them. You are only happy when your children return back to you at night. Is that your country? Into someone's, I will not be made to be a standby and onlooker in my own petition. Questions must be asked. Do you know most of the times all these things are not even in the system, but individual actions here and there. Even there are hierarchy in the Nigerian police, for instance. If Lagos command is not doing my case very well, I can go elsewhere. Yes. I can go to the next level. I can do it and I continue to do it until justice is achieved. That we will get to the bottom of this. Thank you so much.
Mohbad prime boy tó post ìkíni CCTV camera fídíò tó wà tí Mohbad ṣe ipò post ẹ̀ ipò immediately Wùmí jáde síta wípé kàn jọ pé kàn má post ẹ̀ kàn má fún ní relevant wípé because at the end of the day ó lè lọ pay for ọkọ wọn. ìpè ọ̀yá kílẹ̀ ní kí
kọ́ sọ à ń gbọ́ bẹ́yẹn ẹgbẹ́ máa kẹ́ ṣe.
wọ́n ní kí n gbé fún igbá òun gbọ́.
Evidence of it. Wumi for it. Wumi said they should not play the voice note. They should not give their own prime boy relevant because it can favor Mohbad tomorrow. They should not play it. So we want government to do something about it. That is what I'm saying.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for that question, Madam Terry. Like I have opined severally, as a matter of fact, when I decided to go fully into this justice for Mohbad, when I realized that almost a year plus, there is a snail process in the whole quest for justice. No evidence, and they are in coroner court. They're waiting for toxicology. What I deduced is that one of the reasons why the case could not go to trial was lack of key evidence and witness. And I understand that there is need for us to have a digital and video evidence. So I proceeded to the estates, Royal Pine Estate, where Mohbad actually lived, and I was able to move around, and I was lucky to move into some facilities to get some first-hand incidents. And again, the CCTV in Mohbad's house, there was somebody in that estate who came on my live show, told me that the person that built Mohbad's house, the same developer built their own houses, or majority of the houses in that axis in the estate, that they have CCTV installation. And it turns out to be true eventually, though they were able to threaten the person severally that she backed off from our claims. But before she could back off, she told me Mohbad belonged to the WhatsApp of landlords on that estate. Again, when we were able to get court injunction through the police, not the Lagos State Police Command, higher police command, we were able to get access into the house, and we saw that from the experts that we took down, the CCTV experts, they confirmed that no, this is a CCTV installation. And the only reason why they could not uproot the complete cables that would transmit images was because it was conduit. Before they have to take all the wires out, it's going to take probably building or tearing the whole stuff out. So they couldn't. And that is where we were like, why didn't maybe the family and the legal team then, the police, did they see that? It was when the police that we went together, when they investigated, like, wow, what's going on? But it's still the same police. And I still believe in the Nigerian police until they prove otherwise in the next 2 weeks. So the CCTV in Mohbad's house, it must come out. And that is one of the reasons why Madam Teddy is emphasizing that the moment Prime Boy made mention of CCTV, there was an attempt to quell it and extinguish it. Because for almost a year, everybody just accepted that there was no CCTV. So now, the police, they will have to do everything humanly possible to ensure that the CCTV in Mohbad's house, they should dig deep, and we'll be surprised, and we'll even commend them if they crack it and they eventually bring out the CCTV. They know where it is, because in the room there is traces of a TV, a screen, where the CCTV projects on, and then the wires, they were there. Do you understand? So part of the things we're going to be reminding the police, if they decide to look back into this case, the public is asking that they should lift the case file from the Lagos State Police Command and the higher authority take over and start afresh.
Mohbad and Wumi, when Mohbad was telling Wumi that he would kill me, I don't know if you give us access to play the voice note for.
Go ahead, if you have it. And then before they play that, there is a missing pause.
Oh no. Where's my other phone? Yes, let's open the phone. Let's prepare the phone. Where is my other phone? Where is my old WhatsApp? We share the same mic card with me and you, Abi. All the WhatsApp we share love. Post after Abi. Towards party, don't have to tell us about it. Don't do my post conversation with the post Abi. Oh, no, come. We didn't pay around. Maybe it's my other WhatsApp. They'll share the same. They'll share the same mic card with. Me, I'm not feeling okay. My life is doing my I swear to my living God, no one can say you do one hospital. You don't know anything. I swear you don't know anything. I swear to my living God. Me, and all that I'm going to do in my life, I'm also going to my person.
Ẹ fẹ́ wá pa mí mọ́lé. Tẹ́ bá pa mí mọ́lé, ẹ lè pa ọgbẹ́ bí mi. Ọ fẹ́ wá jọ́ mi.
Not this one.
Why is the nephew so rich mẹ́ta?
I regret life with it. One night, to my bed, she as in jail. It little might be shouting one night, and I swear to my living God. One night, I will never be shaken. I will go quiet. If my shasha to many penny, I will basically know you basically over my try every budget. Obviously, you couldn't. No worry now. No worry. Yes, I'm coming. What's about pulling room by you, pata? You shall buy me.
Ibi tí àyàn ó ní ìwà tí àyàn tábàdé rí àyàn yẹn òun ló ń bà kí òun ní everywhere òun ló ṣe ń kámúra pé kọ́tẹ̀ jẹ́ kí àyàn jẹ́ ọ̀tún dáhùn nǹkan tó fẹ́ sọ. Ó ní if anything happen to me yàtọ̀ sí wọ́n fẹ́ jọ mi mọ́lé ó ní if anything happen to me hold Cynthia responsible which is for me Adibanjo and honestly and in that voice record Wunmi ní ẹ jẹ́ n bọ́lẹ̀ nínú mọ́tò yẹn ẹ jẹ́ kí n bọ́lẹ̀ láàrin yẹn àríyàn kan tó gbá Mohbad ní yé which is all caution ẹ̀ pé kó dákẹ́ kó má ṣe fídíò yẹn mọ́ so who is Zion who is Cynthia tí wọ́n lè arrest wọn látijọ́ yìí and no one mention them.
Not a suspect.
No.
Adura not a suspect.
No.
Didarosha. No.
Even Zion, Mohbad mentioned his name.
The Damola in question now that they are claiming is a impersonator who was there when Mohbad died. There's never
a suspect. Yes.
The only person they are pushing is what is this?
Prime boy.
Who was not even
in the house.
Let me ask my own question.
Sorry, because the information they passed out was Mohbad has phobia for hospital. And we have series of video where he is crying. I'm in the hospital. Wọ́n treat me o, ẹ má jẹ́ kí n kú báyìí o, ẹ ṣàánú mi o. You understand? So with this, I still believe the people around him, most especially the wife, has a lot of questions to answer. If there will be permission, let them play the voice so you can listen to it as well.
Yeah, go ahead. Go and cue it.
Sátánì ló ń wá fídíò tẹ́ ń sọ ìfún yín.
I don't want to die. Help me, please help me. Oh, yeah, what's your bad guy? I don't want to die. Hey, we're cool. We're cool. Take a look at the perfect progression. Hey, help out. Come on, what are you doing? We're not down there. Yes, we're going more. Hey, my God, you there? I'm going to go there. Please don't help me, I don't want to die. Help me, please don't help me. Oh, yeah, what's your bad guy? I don't want to die. Okay, so that's cool. But you want to take over that?
It's quite sad. He actually fought for his life. But the only thing is that we, the public, if every other people attached to him failed him, just the way you will not want the public to fail your child, just the way you will not want the public to fail you, if you go on NYC in a strange land, in a community that you're not used to, you have to stand up and let your voice be heard. If we as a society collectively keep this as our collective policy and way of life, this country will get better. We won't need to be looking for visas because we want to go and start. We would be so contented with our country. It is one, I don't know who is trying to make this country not workable. We should check our homes. Parents should pay less attention to things that are not relevant. They should pay attention to raising children. Social media is grooming children now. We need to give time for our children and work. We need to start engaging and raising children the right way, to understand that you need to be looking for things that will be of communal benefit. We should stop our selfish aggrandizement. Everything is about ourselves. You go to church, you go to mosque, you go to shrines, about you. We should start thinking about Nigeria. Nigeria is the ultimate that we have. If we take care of Nigeria, it will take care of all of us. And that is why we must stand up. In the next 2 weeks, we must be able to pass the right message on key things that concerns all of us. Taking people's life is all of us business. If whatever is going to be coming to me is persecution, attacks, lies, I will take it on your behalf. But please, don't let it go down the drain without you fighting. You must never, it's your country. The public will never go down. Fight on and ensure that justice is served. Let this case stand as a study case that will represent us all over the world, that we as a nation, we value human lives and we will never allow any public institution to toe the path of criminality so blatantly. This one is too glaring. They think we are slaves. They think if they are in government position or public institution, the rest of the citizens, we are irrelevant. They believe we are raised with fear. Please, homes, parents, raise children with the ability to express themselves. Stop using torture as a means of correcting children at home. It is adding to the fear those people in government are using as a return back to us. The next generation needs to be grateful to us. Let us do all we can to alleviate the present problem so that we can have a better country. We want to take probably how many more questions so that we can...
My last question,
how many questions do we need?
It's okay. Only the witness, the complainant to a witness. Sir, is there any way the complainant can go directly to the station and make a proper complaint about it, since they are not responding to the petition? Thank you.
Thank you, madam. We have to correct certain things. Complainant normally should be the witness. In a criminal matter, the state prosecutes or state apparatus, is either the public prosecution department of the state or the police or any of the agencies like EFCC, ICPC and Co. So you that wrote petition, that is the complainant, this person stole my money, will be used as a witness.
Direct my question to the attorney's case, if you don't mind.
Okay, go ahead.
On the 12th, when Mohbad's dad got to Mohbad's house, after he found his son under the staircase where they laid his dead body. He found his son under the staircase where they laid his dead body. He asked Darosha to call an ambulance. Darosha called an ambulance. They took the dead body to the station with Baba Mohbad. When they got to the station, Baba asked for the report. They asked him to write a statement. He told them that he would dictate for them because he can compose himself to write. When the man was done doing that, at the end of the day, they denied to give him the report. They said they would. Now this is my question. It's for the barrister.
So, I want to direct my question to the legal representative sitting here. There was a video that we established that Mohbad died on the 11th. There was an interview between one of those interviews, I don't know if you remember the name, but the guy that Mohbad did medicine after death with Zulu. He had an interview where he confirmed twice that Mohbad died on the 11th of September 2023. My question is there a way that the legal team can file a petition or a lawsuit of conspiracy and abetment against the family concerning the actual date that Mohbad died? That is my question.
That the day Mohbad dad got to his residence, he saw the dead body of the young one under the staircase. That was in the news everywhere. I think I read something like that with that. And it was reported that he took the dead body to the police station and that he was not attended to. I want to believe it did not happen. It never happened. Of the Nigerian police under the Police Act and all the statutes that empowers the police to investigate crime, even if frivolous. It must be investigated by air with dispatch, and they must come with the conclusion whether at times complainant at the police station may turn out to be the defendant at the end of the day. So they can only determine that after a thorough investigation has been carried out on a reported case that has criminality element within it. Let alone when invitation was made to the police and dead body was there, a coroner case, I think the police would dare not do that. But if it happened that way, we've said it, let us collate all this. Let us approach the relevant authorities, and I'm sure the case will turn around in a jiffy. I can assure you of that. If it really did happen, we will make sure this one, there is no way this one can be swept under the carpet if actually it happened. You know, I keep on saying that. If it that's for Mrs. Oshodi.
Okay. To the second question, that these prime suspects who were nailed in those people who have been nailed in the circumstances surrounding the death of Mohbad and they not be prosecuted. We know that in criminal justice administration in Nigeria, it is only the police that can prosecute. And where the police refuse to prosecute, we have two legal alternatives. Yes, sir. One is to file a mandamus in court, compelling them to do that public duty of prosecution. Two, to obtain a fiat from the Attorney General to prosecute privately. In fact, that's what we have even intended to do in the case of.
I want you to repeat that. I love that one.
Yes, sir. Yes, it is to apply to the Attorney General to give us fiat to prosecute the whole matter privately. So once that is given, we have the legal requisite to prosecute all these people who are surrounded in the
circumstances surrounding the death of Mohbad. So, and these are very, very potent weapons that can be used to make sure that justice is achieved in this matter. We will go ahead. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Colleagues, then we round up. Let's have oh yeah, play.
Please, don't even look up. This is the family and for the police. Get to the side door. I'm not playing anything. I'm so people. Hey, just so you're low. I'm not playing really fast because all right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Somebody made reference to the CCTV in the house that she lives in. She knows that there is CCTV because there was a video, correct me if I'm wrong, where Mohbad was in the kitchen and he was saying, I'm looking at you in the camera.
Yes, exactly.
Now somebody is now bringing to the notice of the public that there is CCTV operational in the house. Now this is the voice of Mohbad's wife telling some people that they should not give attention to that concerns around the CCTV. That it might favor Mohbad tomorrow. Maybe if the video comes out, the CCTV images come out, they will see how he was tied and everything. And she could not even hide it. Because she said they should not even talk about it because people are paying attention to those people where it is being said. And then the police, maybe they haven't seen this, yeah? Maybe they've not heard about it. I don't think the police have seen this. Worry. And I think I'm out one of your other. Thank you. Let the legal counsel come.
I think I don't even mean like that from my mind. You mean like that. So I don't know if people have been hating on me. They have been doing other things on me. I went mad because of this issue. Now they are trying to. Everybody you know what to do if I. Well, I'm not here. I beg if I die like this. I beg, I never tell you, don't worry. They never talk about my God. My God never me up. Never. I'm in the graduate state. I'm in that state. Don't let anybody near you. Make anybody know near me now.
Oh, it is well. He fought for his life.
I wanted to say this. When the wife was appealing to people there, that please don't let us give audience, don't let us give much attention. Don't let us attract so much attention to this. It may favor my husband. That means all those people involved. Okay. They were doing things against the interest of Mohbad.
Yes, she knows about it.
Should we think like that?
Yes.
Please don't let the convener, it may favor convener. That means you are with me. Okay. You are culprit too. Yes. In everything I'm planning against.
Yes. Yes.
Please, we will collate all this. I can assure you.
Mohbad as the manager, and we are not saying his name. Please help us to include the manager's name.
Everywhere will be touched. We can assure you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, no, who is playing that thing? And reduce volume, number one. Number two, let us know when you are starting so that everybody will be silent.
tí mo bí ẹ̀rọ wà fún mi báwo ni ẹ̀jẹ̀ ṣe kò tó báyìí ọmọ kókò sẹ́ni tó bí ẹlẹ́rọ rẹ̀ àwọn òbí òkè kò tí yà wípé bóyá àwọn òbí ọmọ náà sọ pé lọ́wọ́ mú mi ṣókí tó wẹ̀ bábà nínú Mohbad kó o ní lọ sí ọ̀sùn bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ọlá ìjẹ̀ tó náà nípa rẹ̀ àti Mohbad òun lọ́lọ́run máa bá mi fi yẹ o jẹ́ ká lù ìsọmọ ẹ̀ tó mi fi sọ pé wọ́n ló pa òun mi sọ pé ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ láyà tó yà má yóò lò wọ́n mi àwọn tí fúdíò apani tòbí rẹ̀ pani ọ̀rọ̀ wà nínú mi tí mo fẹ́ sọ fún ọ̀dà tó ń wò àtàwọn ọmọ ìlú kí ẹjọ́ kóra yín jọ tẹ́ kóra yín jọ tẹ́ ẹjọ́ fọwọ́ mi ṣé o fẹ́ sọ fún mi pé gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tí bàbá Mohbad sọ nípa ẹ̀ irọ́ ni ṣé o mọ̀ pé ìgbà tá a bá síbẹ̀ yẹn nù mo ní àwọn aṣọ ẹ̀jẹ̀ tí mo bí ẹ̀rọ wà tí mo bí báwo ni ẹ̀jẹ̀ ṣe pọ̀ tó báyìí o mọ̀ pé kò sẹ́ni tó bí ẹ̀ rọ̀ àwọn òbí òkè kò tí ì yà ìgbé bóyá àwọn òbí òun náà sọ pé lọ́wọ́ mú mi ṣókí tó wẹ̀
ẹjọ báwo ni wọ́n gúnyàn lábẹ́rẹ́ ṣe ní ṣe pẹ̀lẹ́jẹ̀ báwo ni wọ́n gúnyàn lábẹ́rẹ́ di pé ọrùn sáré kán ojú abẹ́rẹ́ yẹn fẹ́ ó fẹ́ bóyá dáná lò. Okay, let's hear the second one. Bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti bẹ̀rẹ̀.
That's Karima for family level sense.
Ọ̀yá go.
11 September 2023 ni Mohbad kú ní ìmọ̀kan tí mo sọ ìwé ló máa pàfẹ́ fún mi lẹ́yìn ìbò dídí ni lọ fún ẹlẹ̀.
And to back this up, in different interview, Mama Mohbad confirmed not once, not twice, with different interviewers that Mohbad died on the 11th, on Monday. She's specific, not even dates. She keeps saying, ní ọjọ́ Monday tí ọmọ mi kú yẹn o, ní ọjọ́ Monday tí Mohbad kú yẹn o, more than 2-3 occasions.
And there is no way she would have mixed that money because she was meant to collect money on that Monday.
Even on that Monday, according to her interview, she said that she called Mohbad in the morning and he's not picking up, which is very unusual. Then she could not rest. After a while, she called Wumi and Wumi picked, confirming that Mohbad was sleeping. Then she could not even rest after the conversation. In less than an hour, she still picked the phone and called back. So Wumi was asking, Mommy, so you're calling and calling. She said, no, I just want to speak with Mohbad. See Mohbad about TG. Then after a while again, she still called back. And Wumi was screaming, Mohbad and all that. Confirming on that same Monday.
Now, let's ask ourselves, Nigerians. The people that Mohbad cared so much about, he even tattooed their names on his body. They now pick his body on Tuesday, and they were rushing it to Kuramed as if they were saving his life. Don't you think burying that kind of a young boy and assuming that kind of a person with those experiences, and then you want us as youth, we want future in this country, then we should accept that having seen the truth after assuming the body, because we have police that are not ready to stand by the truth and justice, then we should go and return the body back into his, without the justice for the person. Why did we assume in the first place? This might bring something terrible to the society if we fail to act as people. Mohbad is your brother. He's a Nigerian. You are a Nigerian. Soldiers, they fight for Nigerians. Nigerian soldiers, they fight for Nigerians at war. Nigerian police, they protect Nigerians, not the privileged ones, not the government officials. Now it is time for them to stand by the Nigerian Constitution and stand by Nigeria. And we are giving them 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Trust me. Justice must be served. This is not making sense. This one is demarketing Nigeria. Foreigners are interested in justice for Mohbad. What are we going to tell our children in this kind of a case? If it is not a case that is known to the public, it's a different ballgame. This is already a public case. Why would they now say we'll trash it and we'll make the public irrelevant. They are targeting your essence of dignity. If you allow it, if you will not allow it, we'll know in the next few weeks. But if you stand firm, you're saving your soul, you're saving the soul of your loved ones, and then we all will live and benefit from this country.
Welcome back. Well, you heard it all. It's a deep one. It's a deep conversation. And a lot of people are on the page of Yomi Fabi. There is one thing about being, knowing how to handle sending things and doing it appropriately. What I observed is that a lot of people on this journey of justice for Mohbad do not understand. They have not learned. Let me put it that way. How to get results. They have not learned how to get results. They've not taken time to study and to process how issues like this are tackled. How do you become productive? And they don't know. So what Yomi Fabi did, which is something that he has been working on ever since the U.S. Embassy in Lagos, the consulate recognized him and took pictures with him, gave him support on this charity / activism. They told him, that's what he said, that they said to him, I want you to use your platform to further progress human rights. So he has taken time to sit back, study, and see how he will not fail. Unlike other people who have nothing to show or to prove to anyone or to any governmental organization, he's doing this for the long run because it will get to a time, it will get to a point. Most of the times, charity like this, when you begin the journey of it, people like Yomi Fabi, he knows what he's doing. He wants to do it for some couple of years before he will now seek for support, financial support, because that's how it works. They have allocation for people like this that have been recognized. So he's doing this for the long run. That's why he decides to take this type of approach. He knows it will be on record. You see AIT present, you see BBC Yoruba present and all of that. These things are on record. He knows what he's doing. He's building something worth it, something that has stamina. That's what he's doing. So people who do not understand what he's doing, they will come at him. Hey, Yomi Fabi, you're me this, you're me that. But he's looking at the bigger picture. He's chasing something else. He's building something else. So they will scream and shout, Yomi Fabi. You can even see the white band on his hand. Yomi Fabi, he has done research on how to present himself in a certain way. And don't forget, he also has his craft to protect actor before the activism. So he has to put himself there. And he knows there are a lot of people that want him to fail. He knows and is always guarding too. So having put that across just to lighten the mood, I'm sure you listened to the voice note. You could have been emotional listening to that voice note. Some people still, they became teary-eyed. They cried. They felt the emotion and they believe Mohbad should get justice. We cannot say much than to say justice for Mohbad. That's the truth of it. I know countless times we have talked about what Mohbad should have done and what he didn't do. And I will not stop emphasizing on it so that we can all learn lessons from it. And the part of Mohbad, sleeping, eating, sitting with his enemies. These are not enemies that you don't know. These are not enemies that have not shown you their hands. These are enemies that have proven to you times without number that they are not your friend. Imagine you are out with a friend and this person meets other people there and begins to ridicule you. And this person has been doing this like it's a practice. And this person comes around you, smile and pretend like when you try to avoid them, they still look for you. What does that tell you? It means that these ones are meant to destroy you. These ones are there to destroy you. These ones mean to destroy you. That's what it means. Nothing more. So what will you do at that point? Will you continue to sleep with that woman? That's a lesson to you, ladies and gentlemen. To everyone. Will you continue to sleep with that woman? Will you? Oh, he was under a spell. Maybe not. That does not mean that Mohbad too was not going to seek for spiritual assistance wherever. Mohbad was not just sleeping and singing like innocent. He was also moving around, visiting spiritualists. He does that too. But the problem, which I believe you must have picked one or two things from, is that Mohbad is someone who lacks the ability to listen to instructions, listen to advice, and make use of it. I've listened to a lot of reports from people who got close to him, childhood friend from Prime Boy to Dominica, the girl that came out to talk and say a lot of things, and many other people. And even some so-called native doctors, spiritualists that say they work for Mohbad, and many others, both through false lies. But there is one factor, one thing that we cannot take out of it. Mohbad does not listen to nobody's advice. Doesn't listen to anybody's suggestion. Doesn't matter. He wants to do what he wants to do. And here we are. How can you be crying, shouting, okay, we know he had issues with his record label. He had problems with them. They're having problems with him too. They want to cheat him. He wants to cheat them. They are not keeping up to the terms and conditions, blah, 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 whatever, anything. Oh, come and join this cult. Oh, come and help us transport this hard substance. What's wrong with you? A lot of things. If you cannot handle that one, what about the woman with you? I think it's easier to kick that woman out since you have realized that she's counterproductive. Oh, Cynthia is with them. Cynthia is with them. Oh my God, I don't know who to trust. Cynthia is with them. And the same Cynthia, after 3 days, you will be in the same room together. What is that? Oh, Cynthia is diabolic. She has gone to lock him up. It's possible that you will act in a way because you have been locked and chained. It is true. It is true. You'll be locked and chained by a woman who is diabolic, a woman who is possessed with demons. It is possible. It is. It is possible too. Not that we are ruling that part, but there are certain parts that I realized that Mohbad was also told by certain spiritualists that he went to. I'm sure those ones know if someone is locked or not locked. But Mohbad will refuse. Imagine they say, this one will RIP you. This will happen to you. And refuse. You stay in it. You keep in it. And the end result is this. We are alive now. Let's learn one or two things. And let us also give our voice. Let us render it towards getting justice because he does not deserve it. Regardless of his weakness, he does not deserve to be unalived. What are your thoughts? Drop your comments. See you in the next update.